Okay, friends, when we left off yesterday, we were trying to find out if Ramona was able to get um, her library card. You had to be able to write your own name. And Beezus was like, Ramona, no, you can't write your name. But Ramona's insisting that she can. So we'll see what happens. Mrs. Greaver wrote this down on the card and shoved it across the desk to Ramona. Write your name on this line, she directed. Nothing daunted, Ramona grasped the pencil in her fist and began to write. She bore down so hard that the tip snapped off the lead, but she wrote on. When she laid down the pencil, Beezus picked up the card to see what she had written. The line on the card was filled with... Can you see her signature? Right there? I'm backwards on the camera. There we go. Right there. That's my name, said Ramona proudly. That's scribbling, Beezus told her. It is too my name, insisted Ramona, while Mrs. Greaver quietly dropped the card into the wastebasket. I've watched you write, and I know how. Oh, here, Ramona, you can hold my card. Beezus tried to be comforting. You can pretend it's yours. Ramona brightened at this, and Miss Greaver checked out the books on Beezus's card. As soon as they got home, Ramona demanded, Read my new book to me. And so Beezus began. Big Steve was a steam shovel. He was the biggest steam shovel in the whole city. When she finally finished the book, she had to admit she liked Big Steve better than Scoopy. His only sound effects were tooting and growling. He tooted and growled in big letters on every page, but Steve did not shed tears or want to be a pile driver. He worked hard at being a steam shovel, and by the end of the book, Beezus had learned a lot about steam shovels. Unfortunately, she did not want to learn about steam shovels. Oh, well, she guessed. She could stand 2 weeks of Big Steve. Read it again, said Ramona enthusiastically. I like Big Steve. He's better than Scoopy. How would you like me to show you how to really write your name? Beezus asked, hoping to divert Ramona from steam shovels. Okay, said Ramona. Beezus found pencil and paper and wrote Ramona in large, careful letters across the top of the paper. Ramona studied it critically. I don't like it, she said at last. But that's the way your name is spelled, Beezus explained. Well, you didn't make the dots and lines, said Ramona, and seizing the pencil, she wrote... You see it? That's what she wrote. But Ramona, you don't understand. Beezus took the pencil and wrote her own name on the paper. You've seen me write Beatrice, which has an I and a T in it. See it like that. You don't have an I or a T in your name because it isn't spelled that way. Ramona looked skeptical. She grabbed the pencil again and wrote with a flourish. That's my name because I like it, she announced. I like to make dots and lines. Lying flat on her stomach on the floor, she proceeded to fill the paper with I's and T's. But Ramona, nobody's name is spelled with just... Beezus stopped. What was the use? Trying to explain spelling and writing to Ramona was too complicated. Everything became difficult when Ramona was around, even an easy thing like taking a book out of the library. Well, if Ramona was happy thinking her name was spelled with I's and T's, she could go ahead and think it. The next 2 weeks were fairly peaceful. Mother and Father soon tired of tooting and growling, and like Beezus, they looked forward to the day Big Steve was due at the library. Father even tried to hide the book behind the radio, but Ramona soon found it. Beezus was happy that one part of her plan had worked. Ramona had forgotten the littlest steam shovel now that she had a better book. On Ramona's second trip to the library, perhaps Miss Evans could find a book that would make her forget entirely about steam shovels. As for Ramona, she was perfectly happy. She had 3 people to read aloud a book she liked, and she spent much of her time covering sheets of paper with I's and T's. Sometimes she wrote in pencil, sometimes she wrote in crayon, and once she wrote in ink until her mother caught her at it. Finally, to the relief of the rest of the family, the day came when Big Steve had to be returned. Come on, Ramona, said Beezus. Time to go to the library for another book. I have a book, said Ramona, who was lying on her stomach writing her version of her name on a piece of paper with purple crayon. No, it belongs to the library, Beezus explained, glad for once Ramona couldn't possibly get her own way. It's my book, said Ramona, crossing several T's with a flourish. "Beezus is right, dear," observed Mother. "Run along and get Big Steve." Ramona looked sulkily, but she went into her bedroom. In a few minutes she appeared with Big Steve in her hand and a satisfied expression on her face. "It's my book," she announced. "I wrote my name in it." Mother looked alarmed. "What do you mean, Ramona? Let me see." She took the book and opened it. Every page in the book was covered with enormous purple I's and T's in Ramona's very best handwriting. "Mother," cried Beezus, "look what she's done, and in crayon so it won't erase." "Ramona Quimby," said Mother, "you're a very naughty girl. Why did you do a thing like that?" "It's my book," said Ramona stubbornly. "I like it." "Mother, what am I going to do?" Beezus demanded. "It's checked out on my card, and I'm responsible. They won't let me take any more books out of the library, and I won't have anything to read, and it will all be Ramona's fault. She's always spoiling my fun, and it isn't fair." Beezus didn't know what she would do without her library card. She couldn't get along without library books. She just couldn't, that was all. "I did not spoil your fun," stormed Ramona. "You have all the fun. I can't read, and it isn't fair." Ramona's words ended in a howl as she buried her face in her mother's skirt. "I couldn't read when I was your age, and I didn't have someone to read to me all the time, so it is too fair," argued Beezus. "You always get your own way because you're the youngest." "I do not!" shouted Ramona. "And you don't read all the time. You're mean." "I am not mean," Beezus shouted back. "Children," cried Mother, "stop it, both of you. Ramona, you are a very naughty girl." A loud sniff came from Ramona. "And Beezus," her mother continued, "the library won't take your card away from you. If you'll get my purse, I'll give you some money to pay for the damage to the book. Take Ramona along with you, explain what happened, and the librarian will tell you how much to pay." This made Beezus feel better. Ramona sulked all the way to the library, but when they got there Beezus was pleased to see that Miss Evans, the children's librarian, was sitting behind the desk. Miss Evans was the kind of librarian who would understand about little sisters. "Hello, Beatrice," said Miss Evans. "Is this your little sister I've heard so much about?" And we'll have to find out tomorrow what happens with Beezus and Ramona and the library book.